Welcome back to All About Bodybuilding. Today we're tackling one of the most exciting what-if scenarios in bodybuilding, Andrew Jacked versus Chris Bumstead. This is not just any comparison, it's Andrew Jacked in his stunning 2024 Mr. Olympia shape against Chris Bumstead at the 2024 EVLS Pro, where he shocked everyone by stepping onto the open bodybuilding stage. This matchup is a clash of two completely different but equally impressive physiques. Andrew, known for his mass, round muscle bellies and aesthetics, represents the best of the open division. On the other hand, Chris Bumstead, with his sharp lines, incredible proportions and legendary vacuum pose, brings classic physique flair to the battle. Who comes out on top when these two go head to head? Let's break it down pose by pose to find out. First, starting with front double biceps pose, both Andrew and Chris bring something special to the table. Andrew's front double biceps pose is all about size and fullness. His round, bubbly muscle bellies dominate the pose, and his wide structure adds to his commanding presence. His arms are massive, but some critics might argue they lack the sharp detail Chris brings. Chris Bumstead, on the other hand, has that polished and dry look. His arms may not be as massive as Andrew's, but they're detailed and flow perfectly with his physique. Plus, his vacuum pose and tight midsection add an extra layer of aesthetic appeal. While Chris looks amazing, Andrew's size and fullness are just too overwhelming in this pose. Next, front lat spread pose. Chris has one of the best front lat spreads in the world. His wide frame, detailed lats, and ability to execute the pose with precision make him a fan favorite. But when we compare him to Andrew Jacked, it's hard to ignore Andrew's sheer dominance in this pose. Andrew's lats flare out wide, and his massive chest and fuller midsection create a more imposing figure. While Chris looks sharp and aesthetic, Andrew's size and width make him nearly unbeatable in this pose. The side chest pose is a great way to compare the thickness and details of the upper body and the overall flow of the physique. Chris absolutely shines in this pose. His chest is thick and full, and his lower body details, especially in the hamstrings and glutes, are unmatched. Even though he's competing in the open division, his classic lines and proportions remain flawless. Andrew, while impressive, lacks the same thickness and details from the side. His chest doesn't pop as much in this pose, and Chris's execution is simply superior. Now we move to the back, which is often considered the deciding factor in bodybuilding. The back double biceps pose shows off width, thickness, and detail. Andrew's back is wide and thick with incredible mass through the lats and traps. However, his lower back and hamstrings lack the same level of detail and separation that Chris brings. Chris, on the other hand, displays sharp lines and excellent conditioning. While he doesn't have the same width or thickness as Andrew, his proportions and details make up for it. This pose is very close, but Andrew's overall mass gives him a slight edge. In the back lat spread, Andrew's structure and width truly shine. This is one of his strongest poses, especially in his 2024 Mr. Olympia shape. His lats flare out wide, and his traps and overall back thickness are on another level. Chris looks amazing in this pose as well, with his sharp details and tight conditioning. However, Andrew's size and mass simply overpower him here. The side triceps pose is all about showcasing the triceps, chest, and midsection. Chris executes this pose beautifully. His triceps are well defined, and his tight midsection flows perfectly with the rest of his physique. His polished look and superior proportions make him a standout. Andrew struggles a bit with this pose. His triceps don't pop as much, and his execution isn't as sharp as Chris's. The abs and thigh pose are the most aesthetic poses in bodybuilding. It's all about the midsection and how the abs and thighs complement each other. Andrew's abs are thick and well defined, giving him a commanding presence in this pose. His thighs are massive, which adds to the overall impact. Chris brings his signature vacuum pose, which is a crowd favorite. His tight midsection and sharp lines look incredible, but Andrew's size and conditioning give him the edge here. The most muscular pose is all about showcasing size, thickness, and overall presence. Chris shines here with his polished look and detailed upper body. His arms, shoulders, and chest come together perfectly, creating an imposing figure. Andrew has the size, but his arms and shoulders don't have the same level of thickness and detail. Chris's execution and sharpness win him this pose. Andrew's mass, size, and overall dominance give him the edge in this comparison, but it's important to note that Chris is still transitioning to the open division. If Chris continues to build mass while maintaining his legendary aesthetics, this could become a much closer battle in the future. But he decided to not compete in future, and this was his last show. This matchup highlights the best of both worlds: Andrew Jack's open division dominance versus Chris Bumstead's classic physique mastery. Who do you think would win if these two faced off on stage? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to All About Bodybuilding. We're on a mission to hit 50K subscribers, and your support means the world to us. Stay tuned for more exciting content, and we'll see you in the next video.